RUSADA suddenly disagreed with the decision of its own disciplinary committee to acquit the figure skater. When the decision of the RUSADA Disciplinary Anti-Doping Committee to acquit Kamila Valieva was appealed by WADA, and then by ISU, it was absolutely logical. International authorities appealed the verdict to CAS, and the Court of Arbitration for Sport registered 2 appeals. But now a third has appeared. RUSADA has applied to CAS. And not at all with a request to justify Valieva or leave her the title of champion of Russia. What happened? Did no one mix up anything? RUSADA is seeking from the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, to cancel the contested decision, find the athlete guilty of violating anti-doping rules and impose sanctions with appropriate consequences, which may include or be limited to a reprimand, the official document on the CAS website reads. But no one really messed up anything. The RUSADA Disciplinary Anti-Doping Committee is an independent body that investigated the case of the figure skater inside Russia. The committee recognized the fact of violation of anti-doping rules, but established the absence of guilt and negligence on the part of Valieva herself. Consequently, she was disqualified for only 1 day, the day of taking the ill-fated doping test, which gave a positive result for trimetazidine on December 25. The title of champion of Russia went to Alexandra Trusova, although the federation did not officially confirm the redistribution of places, and the remaining medals, the gold of the European Championship and the gold of the Olympic team tournament, remained in the asset of Kamila. Obviously, RUSADA did not agree with the decision of its own disciplinary committee, just as WADA specialists and ISU officials did not agree with it. But the release emphasizes that RUSADA does not ask for the maximum punishment for the figure skater, like foreign authorities. RUSADA's appeal refers to sanctions, which may include a reprimand. If WADA insists on a 4-year disqualification, and RUSADA insists on a guilty plea, but with a reprimand, there is a high probability that the arbitrators in court will make some kind of average decision. Let's say that Kamila will have to part with the titles, but she will be able to compete further without any problems, since the ban period is usually counted from the day of sampling, and a year has already passed. The situation was sorted out by sports lawyer Anna Anseliovich. There are 3 parties who are appealing. WADA said they were asking for 4 years. That is, they felt that there were no grounds for any reduction at all, so they asked for a standard sanction. The ISU said they just want the decision to be reversed. They took the same position during the Olympic Games, when they considered the removal of Kamila. As for RUSADA, based on their position, they believe that there really was no lack of guilt or negligence. But there was minor fault or negligence. They claim to be warned or reprimanded. RUSADA believes that it is necessary to apply the clause for minor fault and negligence. For its minimum part, it is a light minimum fault. All these procedures will be combined into one. There is no such thing that all 3 positions will be considered separately. The floor will be given to the athlete, the representative of RUSADA and WADA. All positions will get their way. It's hard to talk about the chances, because I haven't seen the case materials, so it's hard to judge the success of one side or another. There is a legal opportunity to warn the athlete. She is a protected person. A more flexible system of sanctions has been established against them. Despite the fact that trimetazidine is not a special substance, Kamila can legally prove minor guilt and get a warning. That is, legally there is such a possibility, said Anseliovich. Additionally, it became known that the Russian anti-doping agency explained the decision to appeal the decision of the Disciplinary Anti-Doping Committee in the case of figure skater Kamila Valieva to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Having studied the motives of the decision, RUSADA believes that the athlete's side could not prove the complete absence of her guilt at the level established by the rules. As at the stage of submitting the case to the Disciplinary Anti-Doping Committee, RUSADA is convinced that the athlete is guilty of violating the rules, but it is minimal and a reasonable sanction could be the issuance of a warning. At this stage, RUSADA has no right to comment on the merits of the case under consideration, therefore, it cannot disclose the grounds for its position and the requested sanction. The reasoned position of RUSADA was submitted to CAS for objective and impartial consideration by the arbitrators, RUSADA said in a statement.